Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I know I not have not made a video in over probably like a year, 2 years now, and that's just because I've been simply just playing out my patterns and watching the market. And I wanted to explain to you guys what just recently happened um, on Monday to me. I had just gotten back from vacation, right? And I came home and I noticed that my brother, was so excited about Bitcoin and his trades and his altcoin trades and all this stuff, right? And he was trying to tell me and kind of like school me on this like crypto stuff, right? Which I've been in crypto since 2016. Um, and I've fallen into traps and, I've lost a lot of money, and I played into the altcoin hype and I played into the ICO game and I played into the whole crypto status, bro, of altcoins, news and politics on Bitcoin and what's the reason why the dump and what's the stuff, right? So on Monday, right, we were Bitcoin was right here. We had just made the shooting star right here, which is at 62, close to 63,000, right? And then he was like to the point where he was preaching to me. This my brother. Like I'm not hating on my brother, but you know, this is what you consider like a retail buyer, right? Um, and again, so I'm just like kind of playing out what happened, and like I haven't done technical analysis in a really long time because I'm playing the game, right? Like I wasn't ready to invest at the time, but I've been in this game since 2016, right? And after the whole like my first initial 2 3 years into crypto, I really found out how to like properly trade and what to learn that it's all about trading patterns and not about news. It's never going to be about news. When something happens, it's always going to be correlated. Like it's actually the trading patterns that's making the moves. It's not going to be, and then people will find news and try to correlate that with the chart, with the patterns, right? They'll try to be like, oh, well, it dumped because of this reason, or it dumped because of that reason, where in reality it's just dumping because of trading patterns, right? And on Monday, like my brother was like technically arguing with me, right, saying Bitcoin's going to the moon and all this stuff, right? So people are arguing with me, and I don't like to argue, so like I don't really tell people I trade, I don't tell people I buy, I don't tell people anything in regards to my technical analysis or anything in regards because I just don't like to argue with people. But he just kept hounding me on it, and then so I made this like in front of him. I tried to like argue with him and made this pattern for him, right? So I made this chart for him so he could try to explain, and I tried to talk to him about psychology and market psychology and people and trends and the people who are currently buying right now are retail buyers, and I tried to explain to him like all these things that he finally kind of understood, and I still didn't make a trade. Like I was not in the market. Like but it was this day on Monday where we hit this little shooting star, right? And clarified to him like this is a weak signal, and that the market was going to drop significantly lower, and a lot of potential to it like finally being over, right? So I did this whole technical analysis thing for him, which really made me more interested in the market again and made me realize that that is it for Bitcoin. We have reached the top, right? And it is time for the actual crash now. And I tried to explain to him and did this technical analysis for him, and I'm going to share with you guys. So I hope this kind of like helps people understand true market like trading patterns, and it's not about hype or whatever. Yes, we all know Bitcoin eventually in 20 years or whatever will become a lot of worth a lot of money, right? But like if you're hoping for that to happen or you just want to trade the chart patterns, like I try to like make him understand like it's not about news. It's not about like investments. It's all about like trading like actual the chart. Um, and this is what what I made and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just zoom out a little bit, and because I look at weekly and monthly trading patterns, right? And what we have right here is clear uh, an M pattern, if you guys could see that, more likely on the weekly side, right? Which is a M pattern, and those who trade M's and W patterns really know what this is, and we have not broken below the M pattern, but this is a really good entry point right here. Um, Setting a stop loss right above this, but I actually got in right here, so before yesterday, which was right here. So I got in around this mark right here, um, which is pretty good. But I hadn't even traded when I was arguing on Monday with my brother about this, and this is what I told him, right? So this is what I made, and I am not changing this pattern just so he could kind of understand in the future that this is how markets are, right? That this is how markets work. Like it's not science. It's not like crazy. Like people want to correlate news and events and all these things with it, but it doesn't work like that, right? So look, we made an all-time high on March 24th, right? It's at 73.74K. We hit one attempt to try to break that point. We got a lower high. That's one. Two attempts. This is we got a higher high than the previous high, right? A lower low, a higher low than the previous low, which is bullish. And then we broke down. We made a new lower low, right? We couldn't break above, we couldn't make another higher high. I call this a third attempt, right? Broke down, couldn't break out. Fourth attempt to try to break out of this all-time high. Nope, couldn't do it. Second retest right here, and we couldn't break it down, right? So that is five attempts. One, two, three, four, five attempts. And usually, like crypto on any charting pattern, that shows very signs of weakness. Also, coming into this long 4th of July weekend, right? People are going to take Friday off. People are not going to trade, right? So it's a long weekend, low volume on the weekends, right? Low volume on the weekends, right? And then this happened right here, Monday, right? We topped off at 64K. We retested, right? We retested this day, and it failed. Like I told my brother that day, if we're gonna break below, right? We break below this. We break above 64,000. We might retest up here around this area here. But we did not break below 64,000. Above 64,000, we broke below 62,000, below 63,000. Daily candle closed, right? And I had just drawn this Fibonacci retracement from the top of here to this bottom point right here, and you can see how perfectly it aligned, right? And it aligned very exact to the dollars of where we went the past few days since Monday. Today is Thursday, the 4th of July, and we broke down, right? So yeah, so now like we might just retest these areas right here of support and resistance before we continue going down. And I do believe we're going to continue going down because this is a long weekend and volume is typically low on the weekends, right? Like we had nice selling volume here because people probably had uh, stop losses or sells like ready to go. But we can see right here we are hitting a resistance point, so we are resistance point, but it's just very low probability, right? Stochastic RSI is pretty oversold, as we can see here. And I do believe, we're going to go into this lower range right here. And, it's just like, I'm just kind of like saying, like, when like low retail, like, when retail people, when your grandma starts saying, "Oh, what about Bitcoin as an investment and stuff like that?" Like it's when I just say that's when the retail buyers are kind of jumping in and and yeah, like it's retail buyers jumping in. As you can clearly see, we did not make a higher high. We just broke out. We made a lower low, which is very bearish. Stochastic RSI is oversold. You know, I've shown clear signs of bearish momentum. And we could go to trading patterns, right? Like take a look at the weekly chart. It's the clear M pattern right here, just going up, M it, double top. And to me, I think we're gonna retest the 42,000 level. It might take a few days, a few weeks to retest that level, but I do believe we are going down to the 42,000. And we might just bounce around the 42,000, the 53, back to 48, back to 53, back down to 42, right? Like, so I drew this chart on Monday, and just this is what I predict that is going to happen, right? Like, there's always like bullish opportunities, and you can clearly see where these next levels are. If we do break above the 74,000 mark, we're going to go to 75, then 80, then 95, and then what is that? 100 and 107, right? These are just, and I'm just again playing the charts. I'm not doing anything crazy, but it just shows signs of very bearish momentum. And because I was showing him history of how like M patterns work and W patterns work, and it's just technical analysis that really makes everything there. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. Just you guys. I know I don't make a lot of videos, and I'm not a fucking crypto influencer, and because I choose not to be. I don't want to. I just like to watch patterns and study patterns, and you know, you guys can see like M pattern forming, right? Probably say a W pattern or a reverse head and shoulders right here was forming, but we didn't break. Like we broke above the head and shoulders, but we did not break above here. Yeah, this is all good plays. Like you know, for swing traders, but I'm a long-term trader. I trade daily, weekly, and monthly. I don't trade short-term stuff. I have other stuff to worry about, and it really helps me not get emotional, right? So, because emotions will kill you in trading. Right? Like, don't be emotional in trading. Like, obviously, everybody gets really hyped up when they make a lot of money, but people don't get hyped up when they lose a lot of money. And right here, the 57,000, 56,000, $58. Um, but I'm waiting for us to break down, and I'm gonna just play it out. Nothing crazy. I already have stop. I'm already up 25% in a day, and I just set my stop loss to a certain point. So I'm already gonna stop loss in profits if it does go back up. There's no saying everything is guaranteed, but you know, I'm already up 25% in profits and have my stop loss set so I can take profits if it goes back up. Um, and yeah, it's just going to determine whether we break this pattern right here. We have to break above 60,000, 61,000 to really kind of see a reversal trend and kind of climb back up these Fibonacci retracement levels. But if that doesn't happen, I do see us continuing to 52, then 48, then 42,000. That's what I see happening. But all right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. I know this is gonna probably trigger a lot of people or whatever, but I'm not even touching this chart because I'm gonna leave this chart as is 4 months, uh, just so I could show my brother pretty much. Just like, oh look, like I'm trying to show him chart patterns and trading, like true trading, not just go based off hype, off like this 1000x coin or like whatever, and have people get wrecked. and then lose their money and stuff like that. Because I've been in situations like that, and I know exactly what it feels like to lose money, especially that you don't have a lot of money, or when you don't have a lot of money, you kind of take these chances on these cryptos, and then you get very emotionally attached, and you think you're trading based off expectation, but you're really just trading based off hype, off news, off of other people pumping the coin or whatever, when you're not really trading off patterns. You guys need to remember that everything is based off of Bitcoin and then Ethereum, right? Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up, everything else goes up, right? Ethereum goes down, Bitcoin goes down, everything else goes down, right? Like that's how it works. Unless you have like a super breakout revolutionary crypto that might be hyping at the time, like there's no exception to that. You know, this is the rule of crypto, right? So um and because they're all tied together, right? An ERC20 token, you know, a Polygon token, a whatever token or crypto you're messing with, they're all tied together. It's Bitcoin and Ethereum that run the market, right? Those go up, everything else goes up. Those go down, everything else goes down, right? Um, for the most part. Um, but yeah, so uh, that's gonna be it. You guys take care and have a good one.